They gon' love me for my ambition.
Oh, real quick, also, how do you guys feel about... So Cenat is doing a live stream from jail. There's a lot of people calling him out, saying that he is glorifying jail, black men being in jail, incarcerated, when incarceration shouldn't be glorified. And also, incarceration is something that we need to condemn, the mass incarceration, the injustice that's happening in these jail systems. We need to call for prison reform rather than to make content around the prisons. But there's hypocrisies being seen. For example, Carlos Miller from Wild 'N Out, famous comedian, hilarious guy, 85 South Show. He called Cenat out, but Carlos Miller actually did some skits. Carlos did some skits in a jail cell with Desi Banks, Atlanta comedians, viral skit. They've done skits in jail cells. So he's like, oh, but I didn't sleep there. I didn't stay there. I didn't stream there for 7 days. But still, 7-day stream is basically a 7-day skit. Cenat's bringing Drewski. I think tonight's Krishan's going. Every single day there's new people. The Drewski shit was hilarious. Like, Drewski got jumped. It was like a prison riot, right?
Where's my inhaler?
You know, I see both sides where I agree. This is something about it feels wrong. Like, we shouldn't be, like, applauding people being in prison. But at the same time, it's entertainment, you know? And that's all he's trying to do is entertain people. But then, is it fucked up that the entertainment is at the mercy of these people being in a fake jail, right? He probably paid to rent this out. He could do whatever the fuck he wants with his money, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It seems to be very organized. You know, it seems like he's not really on his phone. Like, he's, like, very disconnected. Like, he's on lockdown for real. Like, he's disconnected. Like, people kind of update him, you know, people working there. But it's a pretty well-structured situation. It seems like cameras everywhere. It's insane. The setup is high level. So I commend him for the setup. It's pretty professional done. But what do you think? Like, you know, should he have started in a college? Should he have done a 7-day stream in a college dorm? Should he have done, you know, I do feel like there's a lot of other ideas he could have done. Doesn't mean he's not going to do them yet. Hopefully he does them, you know.
I think when it comes to the whole concept of doing, like, jail content, if you actually watch the stream, it's funny. Like, some of it's actually really funny. But I agree with you. Like, I cringed a little bit because I'm like, yo, you're portraying people of color in such a nasty, disgusting way, and you're presenting prison culture in such a glorified way. Like, it's not fun. I know people who have heart pacers because they have heart conditions. They got in jail. I have friends who collect calls in front of me to their friends who are in jail. It is not a fun experience. It's a horrible reality. And I am a full believer that we should abolish all prisons because they don't don't rehabilitate.
Yeah, they don't do their job.
At all. My sister does restorative justice work. I fully understand that the prison system designed, it's a system of violence, slavery, and revenge. It's never been about rehabilitation or justice. So I think if Cenat is going to do this and make humor on our reality and how we act and what we're like, he should also be donating the streams, the money he makes off the streams, to the causes that are trying to improve the prisons. Don't just use it as a joke. Also try to, like, make it a better situation for people.
Yeah, because I do see it where it's like, some of those are like, oh, Danny, we had in here saying, like, the idea of, like, the influence you have on young kids is true. Cenat doing the stream, going viral for 7 days from jail and prison, is going to make it seem to some kids, maybe you don't know how many, but it's definitely going to make it seem to kids that he influences who are following him that jail is fun. Jail is cool. Oh, mom, I want to go to jail. Like, I should go to prison. Like, it's a fun satirical thing when it shouldn't be the case. Now, is he doing this for Halloween? Is that the cut? Like, what is, you know, someone needs to ask him what's his perspective. It depends. What is Kai's actual motives? It might be deeper than we realize. We could be wrong. Maybe he is donating money to prison reform. You know, we don't know the full story. So we still have to wait for that. But as of right now, I'm not mad at people getting mad at him because the shit looks weird. It feels weird. I'm looking at that shit. I'm like laughing, but then I'm like, after the laugh, I'm like, this feels weird. What the fuck? It's kind of weird, bro. Like what's going on? Like, wait a minute. This is kind of, and it's all black. It might be some white man. I didn't see no white man. It looked like all black men to me, you know. So it's like, oh man.
They gon' love me for my ambition.